We got the motor pulled out of the cabby. There's our 1.8 ready to go in. We're gonna clean it up, fix it up real nice and get it all resealed and stuff. It's got some leaks. Got a whole mess in here. Here's our little 1.8 and stock automatic transmission. Yep, we're gonna get all that handled, but while we're waiting, we're gonna pull this harness out and do a couple other little things, but we're gonna go get a new project for you guys if it all works out. So stay tuned for that and we'll take you along for the journey. We got the master wiring guy down here. What are you doing?
Untangling wiring nightmares.
Untangling?
Untangling an engine harness from the roof.
Not doing nothing.
Yeah, a whole lot of nothing.
Man, that's how you drag an engine around on gravel.
Oh, that's a big run.
This is my van. So the other day, when we was messing with the cabby, I said we were gonna go pick up a project, and we went and got it that day. We waited a week and went and got it. This is a 1984 Volkswagen Vanagon, and this is just a regular transporter model because I couldn't afford the nice one that I wanted. So a lot of people don't know what these are unless you're like Volkswagen nerd or maybe did drugs back in the day, but these are super duper cool. This is like a later model to the buses. So there's several different variants of these. Like there's just this regular transporter model with a 1.9 liter water boxer. I hope I pressed record because my neighbors are looking at me. But yeah, so this is just a regular model. I'm pretty sure they made them with diesels, and I know they made air-cooled models of the Vanagons too. This is the two-wheel drive, and it's not a Westie. So I've wanted one of these for years, but I've never found just the right one. And I wanted a Syncro Westie, which is a four-wheel drive with all the cool camping inside stuff in it and the captain's chairs and all the fanciness, but those are stupid money. I almost went and bought one for $8,500 like 3 years ago, and it ended up not working out, and the people were super weird, so I didn't get that one. But this is what we're going to settle with. It's in super great shape. Here in a minute we'll walk around it and talk more about it, but yeah, this is my van. Get in and take a closer look at this thing. So the guy that I got this from saved it out of a junkyard and got it running really nice. And he wanted a trailer that I had, and he originally got this thing because him and his wife wanted to drive it on their wedding day, but he ended up not finishing it in time to do that. So it sort of sat around, and I had a trailer that this guy wanted, which I didn't have a whole lot of money in, and he had this thing priced, pretty high. We ended up coming, to a deal, and I went and got it. But the reason it was sent to a junkyard was this rust spot. No, I'm just kidding. So in the dash, the blower box, I guess, had a rat's nest in it or something, and it caught fire. So it melted some paint off here and melted the stuff in the dash and got everything all sooty, which you can still see. It's super gross in there. But yeah, so super clean Vanagon. Usually these things are like total rot boxes all in through these seams. It's got a couple little spots of surface, but like nothing bad. Usually it's all the way down everywhere. But really, really nice shape. It runs super good too. And usually these water boxers don't do that. So, yeah, it's like the thing's like brand new. The original cluster's in here. It's got 116,000 miles on it. I mean, like, just beautiful. But still got some wiring and stuff to tidy back up. Put this column piece back on and hopefully find some little interior knickknacks. But everything is in super great shape in here. Seat's got a little spot in it, but if you guys know anything about these, usually the interiors are roached in them, and this thing is like super duper duper nice. So we're not gonna go crazy and build like a camper setup and do nothing just nuts with this thing for now. We're probably just gonna throw some decent tires on it and get all the little stuff took care of. I've got brand new brakes on all four corners ordered for it. So let me check this out. Like, everything is in super great shape. But yeah, I've got brand new brakes for it all the way around because it doesn't stop good. And I've got just some extra spares, belts and whatnot to keep in this thing. And we've actually already got a trip planned for it. We're gonna go down the third week of February, which I don't know if y'all see a video that weekend or not. We're gonna road trip this thing down, and my buddy Jangle, that you seen earlier in this video, he lives in Georgia, and he's got a bus, and his dad actually has the exact same year, same color, everything Vanagon transporter. And we're all gonna go down there and road trip this thing and go camping and hiking. So y'all be seeing that here pretty soon. We're gonna probably squeeze another video in of us working on this thing and getting it tuned up really good and stuff like that. But yeah, so we've got some plans for it later on after this, after this year's over, and maybe next year or the year after. I'd like to pull this water boxer out and put like a ALH or a BW TDI in here and do more road trips with this thing and trick it out some, maybe put it on some 19-inch Audi wheels or something like that. So yeah, stay tuned and you'll see more of this thing. It's a new day down here at the shop, and got the Vanagon out. Got her out of the building. We put new brakes on all four corners. So pads, rotors, calipers, shoes, drums, everything, all new brake components, all new hardware, and set of KYB shocks all around. Got the brakes bled out. It's super cool. The master cylinder's like right here in the dash, so if you screw up one little bit, you pour a bunch of brake fluid down in there. But got her cleaned up a little bit better. So brakes all around. I was having an issue with this thing not charging the other day, and I tested the battery and while it was running, and I didn't have anywhere near the voltage I was supposed to. So let me pop this open and I'll show you what I did. I came back here. Let me see if I can fold this up. There we go. Came back here and I pulled the engine cover off and tested down here at the alternator, and I wasn't getting nothing out of the alternator either, no juice. So what I did was I took the little alternator off of my 1.8 that came out of my Cabriolet and pulled the pulleys off, swapped the Vanagon pulley on here, ground down a shim to make the belt alignment correct so it's not squeaking and squealing and wobbling and wearing belts out real bad. And then I just made this little jumper that goes from this female spade connector to the alternator, because it's a little bit newer style alternator, and now it charges good. So me and Pap Dog, we just did about a 5-6 mile run down the road and went and actually got some parts for this thing. My instrument cluster is not working because, as I mentioned before, there was a fire in the dash, and these things already, even without being on fire, have a problem with the back of the instrument cluster. It's like this junky old school style film, and like you can see this one melted a little bit right here, and it's got a couple bad tracers. So none of the stuff on this works. I can't remember if it's Van Cafe or GoWesty.com has a kit where you take this film style off of here and put modern style circuit boards on it, so everything works good. But all the wiring's cleaned up now, so everything's right. We just none of this works, but we'll have temperature gauge and all that stuff figured out for our trip, and we've already got a toolbox in here just for backup. But I picked this up down the road, so it matches our dash. I had this brown one, I didn't like it, and I got some new factory V-dub pedal covers, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little update, and next time you see this thing, we'll probably be road tripping to Tallulah, so stay tuned for that. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment, like the video, and y'all have a good one. Hey, you ever been in a van before? Hop in. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Yeah.